Inflation rose at its fastest pace in nearly a generation, as reported by the Bureau of Labor Statistics last week. Now, inflation is a top concern for small businesses, according to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. A record 59% of small businesses had to raise prices in order to keep up with inflation. That's the highest number since 1978. Inflation shock has had a widespread impact on the country, but it's disproportionately affected Black and brown Americans. For example, Black and Latino families spent 7% of their post-tax income on energy, compared to 5% spent by other racial groups. That's according to Bank of America researchers. The vast majority of minority-owned small businesses say they have yet to recover from the pandemic's economic devastation, and that was found in a recent report. And that's exactly why the Vice President and the Treasury Secretary announced the release of $8.7 billion in lending to boost minority-owned small businesses. That was on Tuesday. The funding will go to 186 community-based financial institutions in underserved communities.
In America today, deep racial disparities continue to hold people back from achieving all they can. I believe that when we unlock the economic power of every community in America, there is nothing we cannot achieve in America.
And joining me now to discuss this is Kenneth Chavis IV. He is a certified financial planner. Good to see you this evening, Kenneth. Thanks so much for being with us. Okay, there is not much data out there showing the empirical consequences inflation has had, specifically on Black businesses. What have you been observing?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here with you tonight, Laverne. And really what we're seeing is an incredible amount of inflation this year. The last CPI numbers being about 7%. And what this does, it really puts a hamper on small businesses. So a lot of minority-owned businesses happen to be the smaller ones. Their prices for the products that they produce, the prices of their labor, right? As you're an employer, labor is a cost to you. So these prices have gone up really quickly, and it's really putting kind of a stranglehold on a lot of these businesses.
Well, we know that Black Americans represent 13% of the population, but only 4% of the nation's household wealth. So what type of investment should be made to help Black families and also small Black businesses?
There should absolutely be investments made in terms of grants for small businesses, minority-owned businesses, and other programs as well. Of course, due to the history of our country, the history of slavery, having just a detrimental impact on the wealth of Black families. A lot more needs to be done, certainly, to invest in these businesses, invest in educational programs for entrepreneurs, small business owners in our community. And there are some programs that currently are doing so, but frankly, as you spoke about, most of the minority-owned businesses haven't felt like they've fully recovered yet from the pandemic. So it's still a major issue.
Yeah, they've got to get out there and go to those banks and lobby and try to find out what they can be approved for. But one area that has specifically been affected by supply chain disruption is the Black beauty business. Increased shipping costs and having to order inventory further in advance has put some small business owners into debt, according to one Forbes article. So what can Black small business owners, what can they do right now?
Certainly right now, it is really tough from the supply chains globally across the world. And what they can do now is really try to prepare as best ahead. So making sure that you do have the cash reserves to, especially in a business like beauty, to have the supplies in advance, especially when you're ordering them from overseas. So really being prudent about planning and keeping enough cash reserves and lines of credit for those needs is really advisable, especially in this time.
So what do you anticipate the Treasury Department's investment will achieve? Do you think that $9 billion is enough to even make a dent?
It'll certainly make a dent, but whether or not it moves the needle is really the ultimate question. I'm a bit skeptical on that. I'm hopeful. I'm hopefully skeptical, if you will. It's really
Hopefully
to be,
skeptical.
be determined. Hopefully skeptical, if that makes a lot of sense for folks out there. But it'll help. There are a number of issues that are faced by these small business owners. I work with a number of them, and it's difficult. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of support, really, in the community to make sure that we are shopping Black, shopping small-owned businesses. So I encourage everybody out there to do so, especially at a time like this during the holidays, when that's really the period of time when these businesses get into the black, from a profit perspective.
Yeah, I mean, people have to understand inflation is a global problem right now, caused obviously by certain factors, but the entire world facing supply and demand issues. So how sticky do you perceive inflation to be? How long do you think the economy is going to be grappling with these high prices?
I wouldn't be surprised if we grapple with it for the next 2, 3, even a handful of years. And the reason is, of course, right now there are supply chain bottleneck issues which are driving prices up. So look at materials, look at products that we get from overseas, but also due to the way we went about handling the pandemic, which was of course needed, but there's a lot of money in circulation. Interest rates are low. And typically when we're in an environment like this, that's when inflation persists. And once it really starts, it's very difficult to get manageable and under control, which is what the Fed ultimately is looking to do now.
Yeah, they have said that they plan to raise interest rates 3 times next year to try to get inflation under control. But of course, that's going to affect our auto loans and our mortgages and that sort of thing. So not sure how it quite balances out the situation when we've got high prices in the grocery store right now, but we'll have to see. But Kenneth, thank you so much for your time tonight. Appreciate you joining us here on Prime.